For years, the biggest mystery in the North has been a man, Jon Snow, his birth, his identity, his claim. But the truth is, that was never the real secret. Because the greatest lie in the North isn't written in blood, it's written in land. This is a story of maps, forests, economics, and stone. A story of how the world of Westeros hides its deepest truths inside geography itself. And once you understand the four pillars of this land, you'll never see the North the same way again. When you first look at a map of Westeros, the North appears as one simple idea: vast, cold, empty. But look closer. Every contour, every coastline, every river and forest, they reveal something else entirely. The neck, a natural choke point so narrow, so swamp-ridden, that any invading force is reduced to a starving trickle before it even steps foot in the true north. The western coastline, warmed by ocean currents, creating pockets of mild weather where forests thrive and people flourish. The distance, from the wall to the dread fort, to the western cliffs, forming a triangular battlefield where any army bleeds itself dry before reaching Winterfell. The map shows the North not as a wasteland, but as a defensive masterpiece crafted by nature. A kingdom that doesn't need a wall on its southern border, because the land is the wall. Ecology is the unseen storyteller of the North. The forests are not just forests. The Wolfswood is one of the largest living ecosystems in Westeros, home to giant pines, hardy oaks, elk, wolves, and shadow cats. Survival here requires adaptation. The people of the North grew from this ecology, not as courtly nobles, but as weather-hardened survivors, shaped by long winters and scarce sunlight. Even the hot springs beneath Winterfell, a geological anomaly, create a micro-ecosystem where heat and water flow in defiance of the cold. This isn't just comfort, it's insulation, a self-warming fortress in a world where warmth is wealth. And further north, the tundra, the taiga, the haunted woods, ecosystems that would crush southern civilizations in months. The ecology of the North explains its culture, its caution, its endurance. It is not a land of misery, but a land evolved perfectly for the people who call it home. The maesters say the North is poor. They say it has no gold, no silver, no cities to rival Old Town or King's Landing. But this is where the second great lie begins, because northern wealth isn't measured in coins. It's measured in resources. The Wolfswood alone is a kingdom's ransom. Timber in the medieval world is power. It builds ships, homes, siege towers, heat for winter, and weapons for war. The coastline offers vast fisheries, deep water harbors, and a potential naval empire, one the Starks never needed to build minerals from the mountains. Trade from White Harbor. Furs, game, lumber, iron, and the most valuable resource of all, stability. The North never relied on trade routes controlled by southern kings. Its economy was slow, steady, self-sustaining, resistant to collapse, resistant to greed. In a world shaped by winter, the strongest currency is preparation, and no land prepares like the North. Then comes the greatest paradox of all, Winterfell. Why is the seat of the Starks built in the center of the North, far from the coast, far from mountains, far from the riches of the West? Because Winterfell is not a palace. It is an architectural response to geography, a fortress heated by natural hot springs, a complex grown over thousands of years, layer by layer, like an archaeological record of northern history, and above all, a central command point. In every direction, Winterfell sits at a near equal distance from major threats. Wildling raids from the north, Ironborn incursions from the west. southern armies from the neck, trade routes to the east. It is not built for wealth extraction. It is built for mobility, stability, and rule. In the south, kings build castles to show power. In the north, they build them to survive. And now the truth is clear. The greatest lie in the north isn't Jon Snow. It's the story told about the land itself. The maps, the forests, the economy, the architecture. They reveal a kingdom the South never understood, a land that protects itself. A land rich in hidden power. A land built for endurance, not opulence. The North was never weak, never poor, never isolated. It was a sleeping giant. And the Starks were the only family who ever truly listened to its heartbeat.